Do it. Do it.
In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. You know your digital self in control, the privacy that you were on a roll. Oh, with Solana ID you were in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With the Sol ID your reputation grows. Let's go once more. With Solana ID you are in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With the Sol ID your reputation grows. In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. Your digital self in control, the privacy that you were on a roll. Oh, with Solana ID you were in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With the Sol ID your reputation grows. Let's go once more. With Solana ID in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your Sol ID your reputation grow. In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. You know your digital self in control, the privacy that you were on a roll. Oh, with Solana ID you were in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With the Sol ID your reputation grows. Let's go once more. With Solana ID you were in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With the Sol ID your reputation grows. In a world where trust is hard to find, Solana ID brings you peace of mind. Your digital life secure and free, a place where privacy meets integrity. In a world where shadows used to reign, Solana ID brings clarity again. Your digital self in control, the privacy that you were on a roll. Oh, with Solana ID you were in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With the Sol ID your reputation grows. Let's go once more. With Solana ID are in control. From the blockchain to the web we know. No more secret, no more lies. With your Sol ID your reputation nation grow.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Solana ID shareholder meeting. What happened, bro?
I cannot hear you, brother.
Oh, okay, that's all right. So I'm just gonna.
Can you hear me? I cannot.
So I just muted Pierre, and I'm going to talk a little bit to myself and to you, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, welcome to today's shareholder meeting with all our beautiful community member. It's time for Solid Talk, guys. It's Solid Talk number 52. Is it already 52? It is 52. And wherever you are, I welcome you to this week's version of company updates, market overviews, and next steps for Solana ID protocol. Besides talking about Solana ID, we're also going to touch on Solami overall. We're going to talk about markets, and we're going to talk about, some things between me and Pierre, some thoughts of the founders of Solana ID protocol, because that's what we do at Solid Talks. If you're here for the first time, then let me tell you, we started this whole live streaming 2024 with the idea of being fully transparent as possible, not only on a company level, but also on a founder level, because I want everyone that is part of Solana ID and also everyone that's just interested in Solana, really, because I'm also a passionate Solana ambassador. I want everyone to understand how we think and listen to our thoughts so you can make up your own mind in a better way, right? With that being said, don't take everything for granted that we say, or in better words, don't take anything that we say as the truth. You're back, bro?
I think so. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm just in my intro. Should I keep going?
Yeah, you can continue.
Awesome.
Sorry.
So yeah, I think the whole goal has always been and is still to help you guys make up your mind. And again, that doesn't mean that whatever we say is truth, but it's definitely important. So listen to it, take it to your heart, and make sense of the whole situation for yourself, right? But enough words for the beginning. Pierre, did you hear me so far, or were you a bit?
I hear some of it, not everything, but most of it. I think I don't know. Something was wrong with my setup here. I couldn't get you on my AirPods, but should be fine now.
Yeah, should be fine. I hear you well, and our setup couldn't be different. I'm literally sitting in some garage or something. That's how it looks like, and you're in your beautiful podcast studio.
Like, yeah, true. I'm pretty used to it now.
Professional. Yeah, it looks nice.
Yes, with my little rapper award from back in the days.
Yeah, when Pierre used to do German rap, that was crazy times, man. Crazy times.
Can you hear me good now? It's like good audio quality. Also, the chat dropped some comments. Is the audio quality good these days? Like better than the last 365 days of yapping and solid talk? Like, was it worth it buying this microphone? That's what I want to know.
I think so. Who let bro pick the song? No one picked the song. Sarah, it was a submission in our very first Super Team Earn contest.
Yes.
And these guys from Nigeria, they just wrote a fucking song about Solana ID and took their guitar and sang a song. Since then, we're using this for Solana ID, for intro. Since then, GM Schultz, GM Fullfinger, GM JD.Sol. We love you, brother. Thanks for being here. Damaresa, GM, always good to have you here as well. Alden, GM, everyone here again for another solid conversation. We got you covered, brother. Yanis, also GM, wherever you are, somewhere on the beach. I don't know if you're still on vacation, but I thought I've seen some comments from you from the beach with nice pictures as well here and there. It's a good song, says Crypto Keeper. It is a good song, GM, bro. Cyber Brother reposted the live stream. Thank you so much, Cyber. If you're in here right now, make sure to repost the live stream. You have to do it later anyways if you want to take part in our giveaway, so might as well do it already now. GM Solidians from Cyber, Mesh is here, GM G Saturday. It is actually already Sunday for me, but GM's no Toshi. We have Anomage Inc. GM. I haven't seen Anomage around here, I think. Carlos, GM, Alyssa is yours here, GM as well. Jacqueline as well here. Victor Alpha, a lot of familiar faces. Danica also in the house. GM Danica, good to have you here. Solidians of the world. Everyone pulled up. That's amazing. What's on the agenda, Pierre?
That is a good question. Let me check the agenda, and then I will tell you.
Bro, you're the moderator. You're supposed to know these things. Prepare yourself. What do I tell you? I don't know.
What?
I said,
something
what
with some.
if you're not
Now
prepared?
I can hear you better. Something was wrong with your audio quality.
Okay. So what's on the plan?
Let's talk about some market updates. I have seen that Salami went up again, then now it went down again. I hope it goes up again. So can you tell me when is it going up again?
I wish. Story of our life. It's always going up and down, right? That's pretty much the truth. So we're going to do market update. We're going to talk about Solana. I have some comments as well that I can drop on overall market data right now. I did a little bit of reading in the flight here, like what's going on in US markets, especially when it comes to labor data, what could impact the next months in terms of price as well. In November 2021, we hit all-time highs on all major coins, especially Bitcoin, right? November 2021. And in November 2017, 3-4, we hit all-time high, and so on, right? So it was always the 4-year cycle. Now, if November 2021 we hit all-time high, and soon it's going to be November 2025, you put one and one together, and you ask yourself the question: is this pattern going to repeat itself, right? Like technically, Bitcoin should hit an all-time high in Q3 this year, and then enter a bear market, just based on historical data and patterns. But this time could be different. Dangerous words, but this time could be really different because of institutional adoption, a very weird macroeconomic and geopolitical overview or kind of situation in the world. And crypto is just in a different spot right now. So it could be a bit different. So there's two scenarios right now and that's actually what makes the market really difficult right now to understand, because there's two scenarios. One could be we're going up for an all-time high, we're going down, that's it, this year, Q3, or we're going to consolidate a little bit now. We might go a bit lower even right now. What looks like a correction, and then 2026 we'll have a prolonged bull market, basically. So we break the 4-year cycle for the first time in history, basically. That could also happen. There's a chance for that. But that makes it a bit tricky right now to understand the market, because normally we'd expect the all-time high in November. That's very soon. And after Bitcoin all-time high, the Altseason usually continues a little bit further, right? And then it's over. And when I say it's over, I mean market's going to dip for a while, and they could be a bit lower for a few months or years, right? Bear market territory. So after 2021, I think 2022, 2023, we saw a little bit of corrections, and then went up again for the next pullback.
Simon, let's say we all have very big blue balls that are waiting for that fat green candle again. Like this bull market has been one of the weirdest, if you want to call it bull market. We got teased so many times and then disappointed over and over again.
Well, did we though? Because there were
for me, that's how it feels like personally.
Yeah, because it's so prolonged. But the Bitcoin hit $130,000 almost, $125,000.
I know.
It's a high number. Solana went to $300. Like we did.
Yeah, for like one day, and then
for 1 day. Yeah. I thought we're gonna do the $1,000 Solana now.
Yeah.
And then just bam.
I was already pre-ordering the Lambo.
Almost, yeah. Almost. Was already taking out the last possible loans on the traditional bank accounts to full port Solana and altcoins. But let's take a look. Let's take a look at how the chart looks like for now. Before we talk about Solana ID protocol and some of the company updates, we always talk a little bit about markets. We have a little bit of a chit chat between me and Pierre, and we're going to start with a little look on the charts here. It is again like I've been saying it the past weeks over and over. Nothing right now that is going on is really surprising, honestly, but it's just very volatile. And some of these moves are very violent and very strong. So one of these very strong moves was this freaking, which one was it? Was it this one on the 14th of August? No, I think it was here, this one. It was this red candle where this freaking Bitcoin whale just clipped billions of dollars worth of Bitcoins in a single fucking transaction, and just dumped the market with that. I think it was that one, because this one here was that was the CPI data, which basically hinted at rate cuts in September. And that's what I mean with it's a bit difficult right now, especially in the shorter time frames to trade, because this shit was like a pretty significant move in the markets. Like there was one Friday, and this one Friday brought Bitcoin up 5%, which is, it's 5% is for like a big asset like Bitcoin. It's quite a move, right? We're not looking at solid here. Like if our token pumps 5% in a day, it's a normal Saturday. But if Bitcoin pumps 5%, like at this market cap of this asset here, that's quite significant. So this was the CPI data, and then people were like, okay, rate cuts, might happen in September, a bit more likely. And people realized that, but obviously after such a pump, usually the market cools off a little bit. But then this is not cooling off. This is literally a dump. And I don't know if you saw that, Pierre, but that was literally one guy who held Bitcoin since 2012, 14, like very early Bitcoin holder. And he sold like 10 or 20% of his portfolio in one clip.
Wow.
Like no TWAP, no, DCA out of the position or something. No, he just like... he just was like,
he was like, just fuck you guys. I'm going to buy some nice shit.
I don't even, and it was literally billions, right? Not millions, billions. I think it was like $7 billion worth of Bitcoin, and the guy has like 30 or some shit worth of. Like then you ask yourself the question, okay, what happens if he, if he dumps? Actually, there was, I think someone did an analysis. Maybe that was me. Maybe I just did analysis on GBT, and I tried to figure out what would happen if the guy just empties his wallet, and they would push Bitcoin below 100K probably in a single trade. It's a bit crazy to think about. I think if I wouldn't be in crypto right now, and I would be more like TradFi guy, and I would try to pick on crypto, there would be one thing I would say to this industry. I'd be like, guys, it's so easy to manipulate still. Yes, it's a big asset, but if one fucking guy has the power, or one consortium, I don't know who that wallet belongs to, if they have the power to move the markets like 10% in a single clip, like I could just, if I would be that guy, I just go on Hyperliquid, open a short position on Bitcoin, like 50x with a milli, then I would sell my fucking, like dump my coins on the market, then I would create this cascade effect, wait until it's like down 10%, close my short, and then I made 7 billion from my spot and another billion on my leverage. So it's really, and that's just one example of how you can manipulate and manufacture things right now in crypto markets. So we need to keep that in our minds. Not everything that's happening here is actually really, really clean, but it's also because we're still quite early. Anyway, Bitcoin's dumping right now a lot compared to other assets. BTC dominance has been trending down a lot, kind of a sign towards a broader altcoin season. But right now, altcoin season is actually more like Ethereum season, because Ethereum has been, compared to Sol and other assets, pumped quite significantly more. Either way, I'm still waiting for this. There's more to go. Like 10%-ish more of retracement. Long time ago, I defined a target area for my BTC dominance chart here, where I think we could realistically retrace to before we see bounce. So I think that's still, there's still some air to go lower. And then Solana, on the other hand, is not performing too bad actually right now. It's holding okay, but the downside pressure hasn't cooled off since the recent high we did over the end of last week, where we just hit the almost $220 up here. Since then, we're on a decline. Just today, like just before the live stream right now, we reached the 0.618 fib level from this wave here. So, and obviously, as usually, we saw a pretty good reaction. we could go up again from here and complete this wave 3, this larger wave 3 here. That was this one, the 2 here. So we did a 1, we did a 2, we did a 3. And that's like it's a pretty easy setup. Like, it looks pretty straightforward. We had a low here in August, beginning of August. The first wave pushed us up to $210. Again, 0.618 fib was reached perfectly here in a level 2. And then the third wave here to the upside is it's not as impulsive as usually for third waves, but it had some pretty like violent pushes to the upside here as well. And everything is still in fib levels, nothing too surprising. So I think we might, usually what the market does right now is it fools us a little bit. So you might want to go long down here and then ride the wave up here. But I wouldn't be surprised if it retraces either just one more dip slightly below here or even to $192. And I think we can even see it on the liquidation maps here for Sol, where we can basically, on this map, we can see all the leverage trades right now on Solana and where they will get liquidated. So, for example, the short traders, there's like a few short traders right now. They have liquidation levels around $220. Usually that's because of psychological. I mean, here it's also a resistance area, but also like a lot of people, they just said, okay, 220 is going to be my liquidation level. Until then, I go short. And usually these areas, they function as magnets for the price. So there's a lot of liquidity here. So the price wants to tap in that liquidity and go up there. But before we do, there's still a little bit of here. There's a couple $1 billion still that could be wiped out down to $192, and then it goes less, right? So that's why I say I wouldn't be too surprised if we see another wave down here. But I don't have that knowledge, unfortunately, to tell you if it's going to happen or not. So yeah, that's Solana right now in the kind of midterm. In the long term, it looks okay. I think, let me get rid of all these freaking markers, but it looks like we have room to grow. No, I think it's very realistic that we see a wave here that is a bit more violent to the upside, even kind of going above the all-time high that we saw in $295. Is it going to be in September? I don't know. September could be a weird one. It depends a lot on the rate cuts, right? And I think we'll see more. We'll see more, or we can judge the rate cut possibility more on the 5th of September. I think there will be more labor data from the US, and that's currently what Jerome Powell is making cut rates. He's waiting for more labor data because if the unemployment rates are higher in US, that usually pushes the Fed to lower rates further. So I think Powell has issued, like he has been talking about accepting a higher inflation for the sake of better unemployment data, which means basically I want to cut rates, right? Right now inflation sits at 2.7%. The goal is 2. I think he would be okay with 3, from what I heard. I think some countries right now are even considering to use 3 as a new standard. It's also funny development, but usually it was always 2%, the golden standard for inflation, which is just, it's not written in the Bible or the Quran, right? It's just it's made up from some bankers, that number, 2%. Now they made up a new number, potentially. It could be 3%. That means there's a little bit more room to cut rates. And right now the rates sit at 4 point something percent. If he cuts rates by 0.25 in September, I think the market is going to be neutral. If he doesn't cut rates in September, I think we're going to dump. And if he cuts rates by 0.5% in September, I think we're going to pump. So pretty difficult to say exactly what he does, but I think if the job data is going to be bad or softer even, and inflation stays where it is right now, I think chances are high he's going to cut either 0.25 or even 0.5. And that would be good for risk on assets. Also, last fact that is interesting for people that are always looking at charts and markets and want to know where the price is going. Money market funds, where most people park their money, normal people, are close to historical highs right now in terms of asset under management. Money market funds are the funds that are directly correlated with the federal fund rate, right? The rate that we always talk about when it goes about rate cuts. So if you do rate cuts, you're lowering your APY for your money market funds. Right now, money market funds are okay, attractive, 4 point something percent. If this guy cuts rates more, there's a lot of money sitting in these money market funds that could then seek new investments, right? So that also means that, you know, the rate cuts could create a lot of new incoming liquidity into crypto, especially with this whole digital asset treasury trend that's going on right now. You've seen that? You've seen that a little bit?
No, not really.
You know, the debt trend, basically. Digital asset treasuries. I think most of the people have seen it around, but you know, MicroStrategy is the OG debt. When MicroStrategy was created, that term didn't really exist yet. But then now this other guy, Henry Lee, or what's his name, started to do it for Ethereum as well. So now there's also a lot of Ethereum treasury companies. Actually, there's a bunch of them. And
there's also one for Solana, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. What's
next?
There
is already, right?
There's definitely already one.
Like what is it? Sol Strategies, for example, aren't they doing the same thing?
I think so. I mean, the one that was on the timeline today all the day long, right? That is also a big one. Have you seen the post from Solflare and gang? Everyone was in fucking New York at the Nasdaq right today. And they posted, this one. You haven't seen it? DeFi Dev Corp, DFDV. That's also a DAT, basically, Sol accumulation engine. And then it's listed on the Nasdaq, tokenized on Solana. It's pretty cool, man. You can just buy Solana, right? If you want Solana exposure. But this is more like, you know, it's a new liquidity gate for Solana to use these proxies to invest in Sol. On the traditional stock market, right? As you can buy Sol on the Nasdaq, but you can buy DeFi Dev Corp over there. And also, usually these companies are more than just an accumulation engine. Sure, they buy Sol, but in Ethereum, it's common practice that they also give you the staking yields back to the shareholders, because the Sol that they buy is usually used for staking or other yield strategies, right, on Solana. But yeah, this was today. And yeah, Quicks and Maurice were there as well. Shout out to the bros on the Nasdaq. Pretty cool, pretty nice pictures here. I think I even saw them on the Times Square on that corner. At least Quicks was there. You haven't seen it on the timeline today?
No.
Yeah, it was.
But why was Solflare there? Like, what's the connection?
I guess they have some sort of. If anyone knows, let us know, please. I think they might work with DeFi Dev Corp to some extent. I don't know what exactly they do. You know, they're also pretty active in tokenizing stocks. They have this. So I guess they were just invited. You know, usually when you list, then you, I guess, invite like a bunch of people that are part of the, like, partners and so on. You know.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, Nomu was there as well. I think Super Simon from Monkey DAO was there. So they all had some sort of engagement. But yeah, I don't find the picture with the. It looked really cool with this one. Why not?
Well, okay. Damn.
Yeah.
That's definitely something you can tell your mom.
Yeah.
It's not happening every day.
Yeah. So 1 year ago, Quicks was like, okay, Mom, I'm going to do Twitter spaces for crypto. Yeah, sure, son. Go ahead. 1 year later, Mom, I'm on Times Square. I want a building. Mom, I made it. Yeah, so big shout out to the guys. That's actually pretty cool. Pretty cool to see. But yeah, overall, bullish. These kind of things. These developments, especially these DAT developments, are great for new incoming liquidity into Solana. So it's really difficult right now to be bearish. It's really difficult to think that, you know, bull market is over and the top is in. I can't. At this point, I can't believe it.
The good thing is that at least we know that there's like a few very good people out there in all of these ecosystems, especially in Solana. They don't give a fucking shit about the charts most of the times. They just keep building, like doesn't matter if Sol is at 200 or if Sol is at $8.
That's true. But you know how it's true actually. But it's, let's, Solana ID. We're kind of we're Solana native company for Solana projects. We offer a service for Solana projects and for Solana companies, and we and not only us, but we, for example, benefit hugely from more capital in the market, right? Because if all the Solana companies are doing very well, and all these DEXs and all these, stablecoin companies and all these payment companies are doing good business and have strong tokens and whatever, they have bigger marketing budgets.
No, that's true. That's not what I mean. I mean, like in general, being bullish doesn't really only apply to the charts, but also on the ecosystem itself, because there's so many good people. They keep on building, and that's why you can basically always be bullish. Doesn't matter.
Definitely.
The charts are up or down.
Especially after what Solana has been through, right, so far.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy to think where it was just like 3 years ago after FTX crashed. 3 years ago, 3-ish, right? It's like $8 and dead. I did the interview with Armani Ferrante from Backpack, and I think I might have.
Yeah, I started watching it. Yeah, but I haven't finished it. But he seems like a pretty chill guy.
He's super chill, very humble. I think. I mean, he does have. I think he has a strong personality because of the shit he went through. That's like great men are made from great suffering, and I think he went through a lot of shit. Honestly, after talking with him a little bit and knowing his story, we're gonna post the thing fully on YouTube and shit in a better quality. But I think the live stream is fair enough. That you're watching the live stream probably right now.
Yeah.
But I think like, just imagine the moment when he, like, I don't know if you guys know that, if you listen to this right now, but when FTX crashed, Backpack was one of the companies that was probably more impacted than a lot of other players, because they had 80% of their funds on FTX, one thing, $15 million, and they were all ex-FTX employees. So not only had they all their money there, but also all their reputation was directly affiliated with FTX. So mass media started calling Armani an executive from FTX, an ex-executive. He was never an executive, but they just gave him that role and that name because it sounded more clickbaity to say, an ex-executive from FTX is now trying to build his own exchange. But what Armani did basically is he sat in the plane, he pulled out his phone when people started to get nervous. He saw on Twitter that he was fucked. He realized that he just lost $15 million, and he asked himself the question, is it over? Like, are my employees going to leave me? And his answer was, we're going to fucking find out. I'm just going to keep going. And then they returned to office. They just figured it out, right? There's a lot of in between, right? Between the lines that I don't know about. They hired more than 10 people from FTX after it crashed directly.
Yeah.
A lot of people told Armani, are you stupid? Like, these guys they are hot. They are right now. Don't touch them. They're burned, And he was like, they're good people. What do you mean? They're talented. They don't have anything to do with this whole shit. I just want the people. So he hired them. He got a lot of talent for his company, for Backpack. They're still with them now. Armani is ex-FTX. Tristan is ex-FTX. His co-founder, Gonzalo, the head of the wallet, is ex-FTX. They're all FTX guys. And plot twist, early this year, they just bought the FTX Europe arm. Backpack bought the FTX Europe arm in an acquisition to get licenses for Europe. And FTX Europe was still existing, but it wasn't some legal whatever, It had to be bought. It was probably some sort of last option for them. But yeah, that's how it goes, right? And I think it helped. Like, all this we can learn a lot from this story as well, right? He still believed in the tech. Armani's a very technical guy. He has built not only Backpack, but before that he has built also key programming languages like Anchor which is just a protocol in Solana that people can buy permissionlessly with a programming language. So he knows the tech and he has committed to build on Solana and he understands the potential, and that's why he didn't give up. He was like, yeah, whatever. FTX crashed, and it's exactly what you just said, right? Like, that is the prime example of it, because everyone was giving up back then. Everyone was like, okay, this is over. This party is over. FTX was too deeply involved with Solana. $8 Solana token is just gonna go to zero and we're done, right? And he's like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I think nothing changed really. It's the same blockchain. It's the same tech. It's the same people here that are potentially building on this. Why should it not work? We just need to keep doing what we were doing before FTX. And then other people came to the same realization, and now we're here, right? Pretty crazy. And he could have easily said, fuck it. Like, he used to work for Apple. You know, he was a good software engineer, studied computer science. He could have just quit crypto, right? But he didn't. And I'm happy he didn't, because Backpack is a great product. Like, they have a great wallet. They have a very interesting exchange. They have a great community. They did the fucking Mad Lads. Bonk and Mad Lads are one of the major reasons why we're here today. We have to give it to them, right? The culture around Mad Lads back then was so strong. So if there's any Mad Lads in the community right now, you guys know it better than ourselves, because the two of us, we never bought a Mad Lad. But a very resilient community. And what's the slogan? Remind us, what's the slogan of Mad Lads? Can you recall it?
Which one? Fuck it.
Yeah. And you know why? I actually don't know exactly why, but I think I can imagine why.
I mean, that's like pretty much his mindset, right? Like, fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, whatever, we're just gonna wing it. And I'm pretty sure they made more money back with Mad Lads than they lost in the FTX crash. And that was their answer to it, you know? And you literally tattooed "the obstacle is the way" on your fucking arm. Leg? Arm?
No, it's the arm. It's here.
Okay, I didn't see it. Yeah, okay. And that's part of that's one story that Ryan Holiday.
That's indeed a very huge obstacle.
Yeah, it's a huge obstacle, but he didn't see the obstacle as the end. He saw the obstacle as the way. He was like, okay, let's react to it. You know, let's find a way to make it work. And I think that's what we as builders, or even community, you don't need to be a builder. You can also be a trader or community member, and you have days where you're frustrated because whatever happens, you lose some money or you don't get the role you're looking for, whatever. But the answer should never be to give up. It's never the answer. If it's not the end, if it's not good, it's not the end. Period. It's only the end if it's good, right? So, but yeah, I don't know where we ended up at this conversation right now, how we ended up here, but how about we return back to the agenda, or alternatively do a giveaway? You can decide. You call the shots.
I can decide.
Yes.
All right. If I have the shot, then I would say do a quick giveaway.
Alrighty. I'm here for it. Then, guys, you know the drill.
Get ready. Have to bring it up first.
Get ready. We're going to do a giveaway for 1,500 solid. And you can participate in it by simply commenting in the comment section. And you have 60 seconds to do so. And the time is starting now. The word of the day is Solidian. We want the Solidians to assemble. Put your hands on the keyboard and type Solidian in the comment section right now if you want to take part in this raffle. Each comment is a raffle ticket. Make sure to comment only once, because otherwise you're breaking the rules. Solidian in the comment section right now for a giveaway, and you have 30 seconds to go. You also have to retweet the live stream and follow Solana ID on X to make sure to be eligible for the raffle. So, guys, Solidian in the comment section. Okay, they're flying in now. All right, keep going, guys. We'll give you an extra 5 seconds just to be fair. Repost the live stream, follow Solana ID on X, and comment Solidian in the comment section. What is this? What did Foodlefinger post on Twitter? Bro. The fuck? Cool. All right, the time is up, guys. The time is up. Make sure your raffle ticket is in with a word in the comment section. And Pierre, can I ask you to scroll?
Yes. Wait, I have to go to the Twitter live stream to make it fair for everyone who is not showing up here in the comments. All right, I am ready.
Okay, then 3, 2, 1, start scrolling. Stop scrolling.
All right, we have our friend Awesome. Awesome.
Awesome. I think you might even...
Do you see him in the stream? Oh, yes.
Yeah, someone complained the other day that he didn't win. And then I said, next time. I hope it was also...
Do you think it was him?
Might be him, yeah. You see, sometimes you just gotta wait for it. And you just gotta try again and try again and try again. Awesome W in the chat for Awesome for winning today's giveaway. We're going to send you 1,500 solid. Thanks, guys, for taking part in the giveaway, for retweeting as well. And where's my co-host here? For retweeting as well and making sure that this live stream is being seen on the timeline. Cool. Yeah, awesome. Good job. You're welcome. And I was referring to this post here from Poodle. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I like that. That's funny.
Stupid. Okay, yeah, thanks, Poodle. We love you. Cool. Let's talk a little bit about some Solana ID updates, and not just updates, but maybe also some Solana ID goals, I would say, not just updates, because my first agenda point that I picked was to talk about the BHAG for September. Do you remember what the BHAG is, Pierre?
I was reading it earlier. I was like, what the heck is a fucking BHAG? Is it like bag or what is that?
No, you don't know. So BHAG. Anyone here in the audience that knows what this term refers to in startup culture? I don't exactly know who brought it up first. It was in some book, but I've been seeing it here and there again. Yes, correct.
Big. I think I remember. Wait, I remember the big.
Yes.
Wasn't it something with ugly? No.
No.
No, big.
H is not ugly.
Yeah, I know. Like big. Fuck, what was it again?
What do you have on your head?
The big, hairy... I don't know. I really remember. It's like, it's on my tongue. I remember that there was this thing, but I don't really remember the word.
So, in the startup world, people talk about the big, hairy, audacious goal.
Yeah, the big, hairy, audacious goal. Of course, I was just thinking about it yesterday.
Which kind of refers to this, this goal that is almost too big to want it because you're scared of it. That's why you don't want it. You're like, oof. Like 200 kilos squats. I'm just gonna stay in bed today. Like the big, hairy, audacious goal needs to be like, it needs to be a bit uncomfortable, right? And it needs to be like flying to the fucking moon in 1960. That's a big, hairy, audacious goal. Because like, okay, what the fuck? You're gonna fly to the moon? Seems a bit unrealistic, but sure. Or diving into the deepest part of the world ocean, right, where pressure is like killing you.
Or just building the first fly machine, like the fucking Wright brothers.
Exactly. Like all these things, definitely big, hairy, audacious goal. Also, you can send the Wally address to anyone from the team, including Cyberbrother or Solana ID main account on Twitter. But back to the BHAG. I was thinking, okay, what
BHAG.
should be the BHAG for us in September, right? Like, so it's not our overall goal. It's not the big goal for Solana ID, but just for September, right? What's the big goal for September? And I think one thing that's on the agenda since a long time that is a really big goal that we need to fucking get off the ground is the official launch, well done, of the Solana display network, of the network that displays perks on the whole Solana ecosystem, powered by Solana ID. And it has been semi-live since 2-3 months in Sol Incinerator as a pilot, but we've never done the full launch because it takes a lot of time to assemble an initial launch group that is ready with the SDN integrated to go out there, right, and make a splash. So we have a few content pieces already ready, and we also have now.
They are ready since a long time, actually.
They're ready since a long time, yeah. And we have a good group of initial launch partners assembled now. So I think my big goal would be to, push one more last time for another few companies that are kind of low-hanging fruit right now that we want to be part of the SDN, lock them in together with the ones we already have soft commitments with, make sure we nail down the marketing campaign around the launch, get as much amplification in the ecosystem as possible that everyone on Solana understands. I can now do performance marketing on Solana using Solana ID. And I can distribute perks to users, to hundreds of thousands of users on a monthly basis. Not distribute perks. I can reach hundreds of thousands of users every month to potentially distribute perks for them, which means conversions for the app and perks for the users, right? And I think it creates a really nice value add for the whole ecosystem. And I want this to be live. So I think the SDN launch is a big goal that we want to lift off now finally. And we've been working on the agenda, and I think it's realistic to say that we can make it happen in September. And we should push for this to make it happen in September and not accept anything else. That's my first big goal.
Very hairy though. Very big.
Very hairy and big, yeah. The other one is a bit more tricky to kind of quantify, really, but we can put numbers on it, and it's just brand recognition. I want Solana ID brand to be out there the same way fucking Cluely got their name out there, right? So Cluely, this AI startup, I don't know how you would describe their marketing strategy, but aggressive, loud, and omnipresent.
Bold. They just try a lot of things, which is very nice. They don't really give a shit about if something doesn't work out, then they just do something else.
Yeah, and I think we should. I wanna do the same actually. Give a little bit less shits. Post more things that might be a bit controversial. Where you're like, should I really do that? Could it have some sort of backslash? Well, whatever. Just push it out. See what happens, right? And just try things, experiment as much as possible when it comes to content and kind of just content output as well on all channels. So what do we want to do? We're stuck on Twitter on 39,000 followers since a while, and I think you're probably more frustrated than myself. So we need to make sure that we kind of shoot through that freaking resistance zone that we're in right now. And I think for this we just need to do something different on Twitter. So that's one thing I want to reach. 40,000 followers on Twitter, 40,000 plus.
I was about to say.
Yeah, consolidate.
Let's go beyond that.
Yeah. I just want, for September, I want to just, because we've been stuck with 39 for months.
Yeah, it's our resistance level.
Exactly.
The 93.2 is the all-time high, I think.
Exactly. So I think just going through there and getting a new, a higher low, that will be the first goal for that. And then at the same time, I want to be louder on Instagram and Twitter as well, YouTube as well, potentially on TikTok, and just put out content, be more aggressive over there. And I don't even know, there's also one thing we need to consider. I don't know if people have, this is more like a brainstorming right now and less of a announcement. you can also it's also a way to use personal brands, right, for company exposure. And on TikTok and Instagram, sometimes personal brands work even better than company accounts. So that's also something we kind of need to think about, Pierre, as well.
What's that?
If we
Do you know
if
that?
we want what? No.
In Web3, one of the best marketing I've seen is IKA. Ika? I don't know what that is.
Mesh, explain where this. I don't know what this is.
I doubt that their marketing is great if we both don't know them.
Yeah. So there's a lot of best practices, but the thing is, no one is really crushing it on alternative socials. But and when I say alternative socials, I mean TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. But like I just said, I don't know if it's also because using the company account can be a bit tricky. Like building a strong following. It's a Sui product. Damn. Okay. We look it up. Yeah, Sui is doing a decent job, like Sui and Sui projects on marketing as well. They just hosted a big event in Bali, I think, or somewhere. They invited a few Solana KOLs as well, but mainly Web2 KOLs. So not KOLs, influencers, right? TikTok people, fintech creator, and so on. So just people with like 500,000 followers on Instagram talking about money, right? They invited a lot of these people, and what I've heard is it was crazy. Fucking 5-star hotel, 8-course menu, airport, limousine, restaurants completely booked only for Sui. Like the whole fucking thing, the whole hotel was booked for Sui. The whole thing, like they're just very aggressive as well when it comes to onboarding creators, I think, to their ecosystem. Solana can learn something from that. I think Solana is doing a very good job as well on these things. We're super team at all the events we always do, but this sounded like a very aggressive push to compete. And like I said, there were a lot of creators that didn't know what the fuck even Kaito is, because they're not on Twitter. They have no Twitter experience at all. There were a lot of Instagram, TikTok people that are not on Twitter at all. And we've been talking about this internally since a long time, where we're like, okay, like our target audience, sure, is on Twitter, but they're already there. They already know us. Like, why do we need to always be louder and louder over there, where we have a limited pool of people that already know us, while we have like a huge pool of people that don't know us yet out there on other channels? So
yeah, I mean, and then in the end of the day, even the people that are our audience, our target audience, and they are on Twitter, yes, but you and me, we are also our target audience. Like everyone who's on Twitter, everyone who uses crypto, they all use also Instagram at least. They all use YouTube. They all use, maybe not all TikTok. Like I haven't installed TikTok since like 2 years or so. But definitely the Instagram, at least Instagram.
Yeah, for sure. We're all there, right? Like most of us are on Insta. It's a fucking lie, and one of the biggest, the stupidest takes I hear in marketing, in crypto marketing, is we're not on Instagram because our target audience is not there.
Yeah, I think it's just because most companies, and I consider ourselves in there also a little bit, like we haven't figured out the best way to do it yet, because we are very used to like doing it the Twitter way, like having nice visuals and graphic content. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's not the problem of the platform or the audience. It's just like it's the company's problem because you don't know how to create proper content for these platforms.
Yeah. So Mesh said that this Sui project, they piqued people's interest. Once they caught people's interest, then they explained what the tech does with fun posts. So yeah, fun posts and engaging content that is more entertaining than educating is usually the
Put
better
a lot
start.
Here and then go more narrow down there.
Yeah.
That's what we need to do. Like just keep something that is somehow still related to the topic overall, yes, to get more eyeballs, and then down the road just filter out the people that are actually interested in what we're doing, and maybe even get some new people that have no idea yet, but they get they stick around because they have seen that funny post or whatever, but they've never done anything before.
Yeah. Yep. So I think there's a long tail of activations and activities you can do, and I think we haven't experimented enough. So back to the big hairy audacious goal: building the brand on Twitter, crashing through the resistance, and expanding on alternative socials in a meaningful way with high throughput of content. I think that's something we want to do in September as well. Be a bit louder, not a bit, be extremely louder and aggressive when it comes to marketing, and pull off a few more bold things on Twitter as well. We already have some ideas. We won't tell you exactly what it is because we don't want to destroy the effect of this idea on Twitter. But there will be posts on Twitter in the next weeks where you'll be like, what the fuck? That Solana ID posted. And this is exactly the reaction we want you to have initially. And you'll understand the meaning behind it a bit later. I'll leave it there for now. Snotoshi, goodbye. Step out of the talk. I will catch the rest later. Sounds good, Snotoshi. Make yourself a note when to start listening to the rest of the recording, because we also post these on YouTube, by the way. So for everyone who doesn't know, Solana ID is on YouTube. So if you're in the live stream right now, then how about you just type in Solana identity on YouTube search and you will find our account most likely. I can also drop the link in the comments, and you can follow Solana ID on YouTube, and we have a whole section that displays all these live streams. It looks like this. So basically you can see all the past live streams here and listen to them on YouTube as well. Basically after we're live, we're going to make sure that there's a polished version of that talk at least 1-2 days later as well on here. It will be there already now, but we add the thumbnail and stuff 1-2 days later. So that's it for now. And now we also want to be more active with normal videos, shorts, posts, and so on. So there's going to be some stuff happening. So make sure to go on youtube.com at Solana identity. I'm going to drop the link as well. Cool. What else, Pierre? What shall we yap about? We've been yapping and yapping and yapping. We also need to do the NFT now, I think, actually.
Oh, damn, we're already an hour in.
Yep.
That is crazy. Poor guy, man. What's the time for you now? It's like 2 a.m., isn't it?
It is 2 a.m., yes. It's just an hour. Doesn't really matter. So, are we doing the NFT?
Yes, let me just prepare.
Okay, so we are doing the weekly participation NFT. That means, I'll also drop the YouTube link in the comments, by the way, so you can follow us. You can now get your personal collectible from this week's contest. Contest is actually a word that I had just in the back of my head because I have an idea for Solid Talk NFTs. I'll tell you guys and Pierre after we did it. But for now, every week you can get the Solid Talk NFT, which is a unique artwork that we have prepared for you. And today's NFT looks like this. This is Solid Talk number 52 NFT reveal. Ta-da! So the 30th of August, and we have our Solidian hero in a cosmic explosion. And this NFT is a once in a lifetime chance for you to get, because you get it only from being part of today's Solid Talk. How can you claim it? Really straightforward. We will in a short moment tell you where to go to submit a little form where you can insert your wallet address, and we will drop that NFT as per usual to your wallet in the next days, so that you can have a huge ass collection of Solid Talk NFTs. And yeah, as I said, I have a few ideas as well what we can do with them besides collecting them and also giving you a small karma boost in our karma campaign. But I will tell you about it in a bit. Before that, we should give you some instructions how to get it. Do you know already what secret word you're going to use, Pierre? I can prepare.
Yeah, but I have to post something first so that I can include that in the quest. But I'm literally like, I have no idea what I should do right now, so I'm just thinking. But I have something.
We have we also have a bunch of stuff in our calendar.
What?
Benny prepared.
Like filler posts?
Yeah.
Oh really? Let me check.
I think Benny
find
and
something
Aiden, our social media.
Find something interesting.
And then as secret word today, we're gonna use bullish. Okay.
I don't find anything, but sure.
Oh, okay. Bullish. I don't know. I just talked to Aiden earlier. He said he added some stuff. If you're here, Big T, let us know. Either way, so the idea I had in the meantime, for the Solid Talk NFTs to do some fun stuff in between. I think what we could do is we could come up with some giveaway, some raffle. Basically, it's literally a raffle where we give away something. It could be a prize money in USDC. It could be solid tokens. It could be exclusive merch or anything that that is exciting for people. And we do a raffle with it. But to enter the raffle, your raffle ticket is the Solid Talk NFT. The more Solid Talk NFTs you have in your wallet, the more raffle tickets you have, the higher the chances you win something. So pretty straightforward, basically. So people who collected, 20 NFTs, 30 NFTs, they have a lot of high chance to win something. But still, people who have 2, 3 NFTs also have a chance to win something, obviously, because it's just going to be raffled. One lucky draw, one winner. The more NFTs you own, the better. Just like a fun thing we can do with a pretty low effort, in my opinion, from our side, to give some interesting utility to these NFTs in the collection. Because I was thinking, like how can we make owning these NFTs more interesting and lucrative, despite being collectibles? We never promise any utility, which is perfect, but still, I'd like to make it a bit more interesting to actually own these things, have some sort of utility for it. So I think a raffle with NFTs as tickets is a pretty easy, straightforward thing we could do in September as well. What do you think?
I like the idea. I'm just thinking right now, how would we do that technically, like on a technical level?
Yeah, I guess the most easiest way we can think about it, but the easiest way to do it would be just to collect like submissions in a form or something, and then with like wallet address, and then we have all the people that submitted the form with a wallet address. Then we pick one wallet address randomly from all the submissions, and then we verify that the wallet address owns an NFT.
And how do you do it that there's different, like if you have some different amounts of NFTs?
We'll figure it out.
It would be very manual if you do it that way.
Yeah. There's also a way we can do it. We can automate it, but we have to build it like a quick raffle UI, basically. Not a bad idea. Lots of fun to be had with raffle. Great idea, excellent idea. Need to hire dev. We have devs. They're just busy. They're just busy doing other stuff.
That's why I was thinking. I'm concerned about, because we have lots of priorities right now. But sure, I think it shouldn't take too much.
I can even find someone to build it as a little side quest for a little money, like a little platform like that. Anyway, just an idea for these NFTs. Are you ready, Pierre, for the...
Yeah, it's live. Sorry.
For the distribution. Okay, so here it is. This one, if you want it, all you have to do is go to talk.solana ID, and you should now see the quest on that link, Solid Talk number 52, and you can insert the secret code, which today is a bullish, just a bullish. And from there, we will need your wallet address, and we will need you to interact with the post. No ID, no perks. Okay, pretty straightforward. Easy, simple.
I had to be quick.
Yeah, but simple but true. Retweet. I'm actually gonna quote retweet. as I do with this beautiful picture. I just need this one, the clean. Yeah, okay, sorry. I bring back the word. Okay, yeah, so you have a few seconds time, guys, to make sure to submit that form. And again, as said earlier, we will send you the NFT into your wallet. So don't worry about the airdrop. You just need to lean back and wait for it. Quote, solid talk, water banger. Okay, I reposted it and I liked it. Now can I submit, please? Claim. Wonderful. Quest completed. Okay, worked for me, so it shall work for you. All right, guys, this was the participation NFT. We'll tell it again in a little moment for people who might have missed it right now. But yeah, pretty cool artwork. Do you like it, by the way, Pierre?
Yeah, I like it.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
Very unique.
Good, yes. Very unique, yes. Unique style. Now, we have a few smaller things to kind of run by the community here. More like Solana ID related updates. There has been one perk that went out this week in the Solana ID hub that you might have seen in the hub, but then we didn't post about it on X or on Discord, so no announcements. Why? The perk in question is Nomu. Nomu is a project on Solana right now that has minted an NFT, collect the Nomu OG NFT, and it was capped to 1,000 NFTs. And Solana ID had there was a way to get an NFT if you're a Solana ID holder. The problem is the NFT sold out too quickly, and we didn't have a guaranteed allocation. Meaning that by the time we were technically ready to let our community mint it, the collection was already almost completely minted out. So we decided against making a big announcement push. Sorry for that. Just to clarify a little bit, not a big deal, but I think it could have went a bit more cleaner, the whole process with it. It was a bit,
for sure.
It was our Nomu's fault as well to an extent. We have to admit as well. And they already said sorry that it was that way. We would have loved to give you guys a guaranteed allocation. Didn't work out this way. But I hope that people still got their Nomu NFT. I think some of you should have gotten a discount as well if you have a Solana ID in your wallet, because they did have an integration in their minting page that allowed you to get a discount on the NFT mint. It was just not perfectly technically ready. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So anyway, I hope you got that NFT. The NFTs will be actually revealed next week, I think. When I say revealed, I mean the status of it, the rarity. I got my Nomu. That's good, Mesh. If you have your Nomu, that's great. I think some people got it, obviously, and I reposted it personally from my account and so on, so I think people saw about it. Long story short, we will definitely do more with Nomu and make sure that there will be a follow-up perk besides the one that now didn't really work out really well. And then we will make a bigger push as well, and we'll make sure that it's going to be worthwhile for our community as well. So just give us a little bit of time to get a follow-up perk. But Nomu is not the only company that we are again making progress on. We talked about a few names last week, so I won't mention them again. We're still making progress with these, but there's a few new perks on the horizon. There might be a perk coming up with KAST, because KAST card is one of the leading payment cards on Solana, and I've been in touch with the KAST team since a while, and I have now had a very good conversation in Tokyo with the KAST team and their partnership lead, and they're very interested in working with Solana ID. So I think we will have some sort of a similar setup with Solflare, where you can, for example, get the physical card with a discount or even for free, the KAST card. Or you can even get a cashback boost similar to the Super Team KAST card that has been brought, I think, last year. So there's going to be a few ways what we can do. Those are for now just ideas, not facts. But we're working on it. So KAST is definitely interesting. For the next one, I kind of need your guys' help from the community as well a little bit, because we had a start of a conversation, but then it cooled off a little bit. The company is Hylo, Hylo. Hylo is a pretty decent product on Solana right now that gives you pretty good yields with little risk. And we have a group chat with the founder, and we'd love to partner with them. And we think that Solana ID can definitely help them to get additional exposure in the ecosystem, while at the same time delivering targeted perks to our community. So we need to be a bit louder with Hylo, that they need to see us more, and maybe also they need to see you as a community in their comments on Twitter, everywhere, on a Discord. So please ask them for collaboration to Solana ID, if they could come up with some perks. You remember Fudelfinger gave us the recommendation of partnering with them in the perk pitch in the competition. Things like this are great. So we need a little bit more of that. So I think my ask for the community would be help us a little bit when it comes to the BD with Hylo SO. So check out Hylo. The last name I want to touch on is Solflare. And I can't say too much yet, but we have ongoing conversations with Solflare that are going in a very interesting direction, potentially in the midterm even deeper than a normal perk partner. Let's rate, guys. That's right. Thanks, Cyber. Make sure to rate Hylo, please. Thanks. And yeah, so Solflare, I think this is again more brainstorming than an update, because I think we still need a bit more time with Solflare. The lowest hanging fruit will be early access to the Solflare card, so that as a perk campaign, that is quite realistic in the short term. In the midterm, I can see deeper integrations with Solflare and deeper working relationships between Solana ID and Solflare. I'd like to be closer to the team, because I really like the Solflare product and team culture as well. So obviously the big, hairy, audacious goal in the midterm, not just for September, we need a bit longer for that, most likely, would be to get Solflare as a display partner for Solana ID perks right inside your Solflare wallet. So when you open your Solflare wallet right now, you see already these kind of subtle banners. Right now, it's, for example, your USDC could earn more. Click to see earning options. Or introducing Solflare card, join the waitlist. Or stake Sol, earn staking rewards, right? So you have all these banners that you can click away. I want to be in a banner like this. Very straightforward, right? And it makes a lot of sense. We have pretty good relation with Solflare. Huge shout out to Callahan from the Solflare team, who's their performance marketing lead, and who's probably one of the people in the ecosystem that understands what we do the best. I think Solflare has just a size as a company that makes them a bit slower as well than compared to other companies. So it takes a bit longer time. But also the collab would be quite impactful, so it's worth keeping at it. And yes, I'm chatting weekly with Callahan in DMs about these topics, just as a proof that we're having some sort of progress, but we need a bit more time. That's the TLDR here. But I'm really excited about doing something like that. Solflare would be huge, yeah. Same with Drip Team, for sure, yeah. Yep, that banner is very good real estate for perk frames, 100%. Cyber spot on. So yeah, same with Drip Team. Yeah, these integrations, they are hard to pull off, but we can make it work. Do you, by any chance, Pierre, have any updates on the Quest platform that we started to build a while ago?
Yeah, I have. So if I'm not mistaken, then it should actually be ready. But the time when BK wanted to show it to me was last week when I was like completely wasted from Bali. So I told him, let's do it when I feel better. And then we wanted to do it on, I think on the weekend or sometime this week. But he's still in, where is it, Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam for the Indies on Solana. Like he had his own event, right?
Yep.
And he said he was wrapping it up and it was a bit busy. So he was asking me if we could do it this week. So this week that is coming, I am very confident he will show me like the UI and everything, and then we should go live like ASAP, and that means next Solid Talk, so today in 7 days, next Saturday, there should be like a huge update actually about it, where we can go through everything and show how it works. If we don't already announce it before, but we can still give a walkthrough in the next Solid Talk.
Maybe we can announce it as soon as possible and then walk people through it in the next Solid Talk after the announcement.
So super sorry that this took so long. It was not necessarily my fault because I cannot build this thing out. The only thing that might have slowed it down because I was sick last week. That's the only thing that I can take on me.
You're forgiven. But yeah, Cyber's correct. The community can be more engaged. I think the platform is going to be super fun. We can push a lot of campaigns through there and activations, and it's basically Zili on steroids and only for Solana ID in a much better fashion. So I think
the big difference to Zili is, and it is like the great thing is, you don't have to do all the claiming manually all the time. So we can just track what everyone is doing, you know? You don't have to like comment on Twitter and then go to Zili and say, claim for my daily comment. You just be naturally active and you farm XP basically. Exactly. There's someone watching you in the back, so you don't have to claim all the time. So if you're being already active, just continue. But if you want to participate in here and get some sort of reward, then you should be more active in the future.
I think it's closer to Kaito than Zili when it comes to that.
Yeah, I guess so. It's like a personal Kaito for Solana ID, and we don't have to pay $150,000 per year, which is like a total rock, to be honest.
Yeah, Kaito's crazy. Yeah. Okay, sounds good. We're excited. I think we'll be able to check it out next week. Would love to see it. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, I think we can call it a day, guys. I think we have covered a lot of stuff so far for today, and I don't have anything else on my agenda. We do have this community event that we're planning still, Pierre, for next week, and we do have to announce that the Barfight stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So
when do we want to do it? On Tuesday?
We would like to do it on Tuesday 3 p.m. UTC, ideally.
Would it be possible to move it to like 1 day so we have Monday, Tuesday to properly promote it?
I guess so. Worst case, yeah. We've been pushing it since like a few weeks now because it's not a high priority item. That's the problem, right? Like I haven't considered it as a high priority item. So we're talking about, for everyone who doesn't know it yet, we wanted to do a little community competition. Yeah, I know. A little community competition with everyone, Solana ID and 3 other token projects. And it is basically going to be a 1 or 2 days of voting process where you can vote for your favorite project. And then it's going to be a live stream where the finale happens and then the winner's announced. And then the winner also gets basically some market orders for his token, which might be good for the token, obviously, in that moment. So it's just a fun way to kind of collaborate between communities and have an impact on your token if you win. So I think the idea is cool. It's just not super high priority, but we're going to try to push it through for next week, but we need to prepare the announcements. So if you see an announcement on Monday, then you know then you already heard about it now, and make sure you can plug it in your schedule to also be there for the live stream. and take part in the event. Besides that, Cyber is definitely right. We have Solidian Roundtable tomorrow, guys. Come hang with the community, contribute, and get an opportunity to converse and bring up your opinions directly to the team. Exactly. So Solidian Roundtable is on Discord. It's a much smaller format than the Solid Talks, and it is happening on what time again, Cyber?
I think it's 1 hour later than Solid Talk. So I will personally restrict you from being there. You have to sleep.
Yeah, let's see. But if I'm not awake, then I'll skip it.
Bro, it's 2 a.m. when it starts. You should be asleep by then. Please take care of yourself.
Probably. 4 p.m. UTC. Okay, 4 p.m. UTC in our Discord server. Benny and Cyber are hosting it. So yeah, make sure to, if you want to be a bit closer with the community and have direct conversations with us and bring up some ideas and brainstorm together with us how we can make Solana grow, then Solidian Roundtables are the place to be for that. So yeah, thanks Cyber for taking care of these things. Okay, then let's call it a day. Thank you guys for yet another Solid Talk. Solid Talk number 52. And we're going to do it again. Next week, we're going to be there again for you guys for Solid Talk number 53. As always, if there's one guarantee in the world, then it is Solid Talks at 3 p.m. UTC every single Saturday. So we'll see you then. Until then, you have a good week. You have a good rest of the weekend. Make sure to check out all our social media channels. Don't follow Solana ID only on X, also follow Solana ID on YouTube and even Instagram. Solana Identity on Instagram and YouTube, because we're everywhere and we're trying to push out more and more content for you guys to not only inform and educate you, but also entertain you. Because at the end of the day, we're here to have some fun, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else, you come back here next week. That's a command. Until then, stay solid, get solid. See you in the next one. Peace out.
Peace out.